Sierra Leone, as a country, have experienced far more devastating situations over the past years. It is said to know that real empowerment is achieved when young people are able to identify those issues of primary concern to them and to develop strategies, activities to help them evolve. As young people, we acquire great skills, confidence, and knowledge that help our capacity to work more independently.
We strive towards empowering young people out there to actively participate in the leadership of the state, to participate in enhancing their own development, because over the years what has been happening is the fact that you have so many people speaking on behalf of youths. They themselves are not youth, and there is a common saying that he who feels it knows it. So if the youths could speak for themselves, if we could empower them, give them that voice, then they can articulate their issues better. So our work mainly have been around that: empower young people, get young people to understand their role in terms of nation's development, and also, the essence of them actively participating in every other sector in society. We see young people as the catalyst for change and development in the nation. Thus, shying away from politics or shying away from holding leadership position in society does not help the cause of young people at all. Now, that is what we pass on to young people. That's the message we want them to get. And we believe that with such, if we have young people actively participating in all activities of nation's development, it is very, very much helpful for our nation.
Greetings everyone, I am Raymond Beckley, and today I'm here to talk about the campaign, the National Peace Campaign that the institution has been working on for quite some time. This is the very first month and some weeks, which we actually scheduled the campaign to hold for 3 months. And as an institution, it is our focus that we bring in something that is sensitive towards promoting peace in the country, with a specific focus with young people at the service and the ghetto. And as an institution, we limit, let's say, that it is very much important to see how best we could actually implement projects, a program. And what we did, we had to divide institutions management into 3 aspects: the media committee, the participatory video, and the data and research committee. All 3 committees have been very much effective in implementing the peace project, which is currently ongoing. And as today I'm talking to you, we are counting the 65 of the campaign.
In June 2020, we came up with a peace campaign, a project we titled the Peace Campaign. It's merely geared towards bringing together young people from different sectors, talking to them, and then let's find a common ground. Now, when you look at violence and violent situations, it mostly involves young people. Young people are the forefront of violent issues. So we developed this program to work with young people closely to see how best we could actually have first-hand understanding of what are the triggers of violence. Because trust me, in the entire base, in the ghettos, there is nothing that goes on in the nation that they do not know in these places. They have all the ideas. So we want to see how best we can harness those of their energy and turn it into positive energy that could actually add value to society. So in the Peace Project, we worked with attire-based and ghetto youths. Mainly, we had a roundtable discussion from their own perspective. What do they think and violence is, and what are their roles mainly? It's very, very key. Because the thing is, if someone feels that they are not useful for anything, then they are up for any form of activities that someone wants to give them some amount of money to do. They will definitely want to do it, because what are they living for if they? So if we create this platform, create a space for them, that is why the Peace Project mainly targeted attire-based and ghetto youths. We interfaced with them. We try to get their own opinion. What do they think are the things that should be put in place that would actually lead to a sustainable, positive peace in our nation? And we hope at the end of the day, from our discussions with them, our work with them, we hope at the end of the day to have a grand conference where the youths themselves present these ideas to other leaders directly, So that when you say you want to help the youth, you do not just go and start helping yourself saying you are helping the youth because you put together projects that does not in any way help the youth. But now if they've already talked to you, you know exactly what the youth want, then we can't be able to help them. We can't be able to say, okay, we are doing youth empowerment in our nation.
I come out to other community. This workshop we talk about violence, wetin are the things there wey dey happen in our community, how we for meet elder people there for development in our community, and how for stop violence in our community. Let me agree contribution because dem say if you meet violence in a community, how you go react. I say when me, if I meet violence and do violence to me person, more like me mama, I say I need act. I reflect first for me mama before I go know the right or the wrong. But I don't carry on a lot. But violence, you know what kind meet violence no more, meet set in a place, you can involve. Try for make peace. Try for bring peace. If you know able, call these people and community and try for settle the matter. If the matter dey above there, una go involve the police. But una no go meet violence, straight off una call police. It go ignite the situation. It will bring more threat and so many things.
They themselves want change now. They themselves, they want to move on the path of development. I mean, we had the engagement with them. It was raining on that day. But in the rains, you have lots of youths, showing up, and we are already very much active. They know the issues. They can articulate the problems. They can recommend positive solutions towards those problems. It was great.
I come from Upgon. Retirees from Pakingon or different Upgon. Known Retirees Organization. So me name Adakanchi MCC. So we come for this location because of some issues really among the people there and the environment, violence, gun. So those type of discuss a lot of them. If we get any to that movement area, try for settle religious people and imam, pastor, police and if violence will take place in place, we don't talk, we don't try for settle, we don't try to go there with either I call the officers or you call the stakeholders at the area. They say this time they want at the area, I don't like go, I'm not able. So now back and forth, so now we're able. So then we can go back to the violence of the people at this point. We get plenty to do with happening in the community. Number one, yeah, this water business. Someone will spend millions on make on top pump. The way put the pipe and street, someone can put them event. That's number one. Number two, the violence will happen on the area. This get color, black, this click business. That is happening. Thief. Them one only want to market them. They don't want to support stop doing that. We see one second. In fact, the bad thing was not there. We see they see anyone with the bad so going to market. Then our company take him with the proof. Anyone that comes in that we are not fine. The message I can get, God they say if you want to change, you need to change yourself first. And it's time to put it in practice. Then before I go now, I will try for extending the 5 years to start a day. Then I gave it for the reality, I gave it friends over there. So the back I decided for advice and say, hey, so I go take one people. I saw get for people's people. What is happening, I'll say for you. What is happening, I'll say for you. So I decided to put it in practice.
It is said that every man is a product of his society. For far too long, we have been complaining about youth perpetuating violence, drug abuse, the list goes on.
The participative video team is a team that is sensitive towards bringing up videos based on research and short videos, videos with stakeholders and all. And the media committee have been very much active in engaging the mainstream media, the social media with flyers, interviews, and radio engagement, TV engagement, and all. And also the data and research committee have been on ground playing with the ghetto youth and activities. They've been getting all data, researches, and put them all together and see how best as an institution we can better function with this our project, which is the National Peace Campaign. And also we've got much impact as an institution working on this campaign, as we can now boast that we have youth, ghetto youth that are serving as ambassadors. Yesterday, the International Youth Day, which was on the 12th of August, we had 2 days engagements with the ghetto youth and Atabis youth, and the engagement was very, very effective as we got the much results wherein they were able to talk to us, tell us the problems and all. So for that, I must say we've been very active with engaging the youth and the media, as it is very, very much key instilling peace for our country.
As the International Youth Day, and the theme for the celebration and youth engagement for global action, where you need for putting, you need for making youth get involved in all aspects of life, even in the social, economic, and political. We need the youth to be inclusive in everything that they happen in the country.
I'm from the Bombay at our base. One of the most unique at our base. We comprise of intellectuals, people with skills. They always preach peace. In fact, when you go there, you see them get a banner of bylaws where really should say the discipline. For long, we honor. In fact, without bylaws, even somebody there, teach of course, they will never find a new. So they don't know about that. They cost no day, pet no day, thief no day. They don't even embark on a project for the past 2 weeks. We go funding from government, but out of free resources. Also, we go to council, we talk to them, the councillor, he will give me vehicle instead of can't take the dirty. That Kissy Road, Bombay Street, what have been the flow, you got to have it on floor. But to come visible, some of you can also councillor keep coming now for a few hours or a few minutes. We will council them, we'll see past government can do this. We spend really to resources and with energy, we clear that dirty. 2 Sundays. We mobilize youth with them.
Edward Amin Kamara from England with Bachelor State. I saw youth managing together elections. As a youth, we hang out all day, smoking, because go to reality for you get for develop yourself. Yeah, as a man, because you get for make it home tomorrow.
50% of the country's population is youth. And as an institution, we think that if we're able to engage the youth constructively, we can get the much results, especially youth at the ghetto and at the entire base. That is what we've been doing for quite some time. I must applaud the Data and Research Committee. They've been very, very much active. They bring in statistics, both the qualitative statistics and the quantitative statistics, as to how they've been getting in the fields and how the ghetto youth and entire base youth have been responding to some of the questionnaires and focus group discussions we've been having for quite some time now, and that has been very, very much result oriented.
My name is Amara Kesebe, and I reside in the Bobe community, and I represent the Long Bench family. Well, the Long Bench is very nice. I would say manage to get a nice 2 times per day, because now 2 times we can go the morning time and evening time. I don't can go to chill up no more. You know, we are going to push a 1, 2, push a 1, 2. We are going to take a tire because all things of your community, not for going in at the Bench family. I go make other people aware about waiting at the land so by waiting at the preach, because one thing we then teach you today at this workshop, now for you do what you they talk. Not so for the talk of peace, no more yourself not peaceful. Now I go try for live a life where the people and go at the community, the parents them, you know, some other youths them go say example to that about the Amara Kesebe where them will point finger at me in that good aspect. So I go try for preaching that aspect first when I to myself, and also me man who can get a nice to them. I go try for the sensitize and say man them, you know, for the man they can give you 1,000-2,000 for to go do any kind of act for her, you know, find out sell or engage some style, you know, a carpentry, pizza or any other thing man go learn, you know, I go sensitize and that way they way back. Over will move forward with your life, and I believe through by that they will change their life and become a better person in the society.
Waiting me choose for you. I don't come now. Then I mean now for can be an ambassador. So let her go out and tell the country youth them. For say this violence where they happen, we need for stop them. They don't say where the big one there, because you know say let's don't take for example this the politicians there. They say the youth them where politics can come, they say the youth them for use them, give them believe, for let them go out and success, you know. It's far too long. Enough is enough. We for try for stop am.
No we stop violence. Not to things where we will dig on. Not to develop for we. We will come as one and develop ourselves. We get more things to do.
One frequent sensitization. Tell youth man for let them refrain from violence. Let them refrain from drugs. Because the key thing here is that when man don't drug, a politician go give him small money, say go do this. So the man is upright. Nobody will go use them. Say go choke people, go choke. No. When you pass the message and talk to them, let them stop putting those drugs. They're harmful to them. And those can't go wrong. Those 500 million so wrong. Bad thing there. When man won't take them, the people to do. But we still continue cooperation with peace. And now, just tell the various youth them say, no one keep on to the peace. Because peace, you to yourself, when peace day, you get collateral, you get collapse. And peace, if you don't in a state of unrest, you still don't get peace. It will affect you.
We have failed to realize that the true problems of young people can only be understood by young people. That is to say, if we create a visible platform that is sensitive towards youth participation in all facets that is considered to be developmental, then we can boast and be proud of productive youth in our society.